Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our Telegram channel given in the description to updates and study materials. Topic for today's quiz is Indian Economy Set 2. Question number 1. The currency convertibility concept in its original form originated in Option A. Wells Agreement. Option B. Bretton Woods Agreement. Option C. Taylor's Agreement. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option B. Bretton Woods Agreement. Bretton Woods refers to the international monetary arrangement agreed upon by the Allied Nations in 1944 in Bretton Woods, US, that created the IMF and World Bank and that set up a system of fixed exchange rates with the US dollar as the international reserve currency. Question number 2. In the state of India, the state financial corporation have given assistance mainly to develop Option A. Agricultural farms. Option B. Cottage industry. Option C. Large-scale industries. Option D. Medium and small-scale industries. The correct answer is Option D. Medium and small-scale industries. The state finance corporations, SFCs, are the integral part of institutional finance structure in the country. SEC promotes small and medium industries of the states. Besides, SFCs are helpful in ensuring balanced regional development, higher investment, more employment generation and broad ownership of industries. Question number 3. The central cooperative banks are in direct touch with Option A. Farmers. Option B. State cooperative banks. Option C. Land development banks. Option D. Central government. The correct answer is Option B. State cooperative banks. State cooperative bank borrows loans from RBI to provide it to Central Cooperative Bank. State cooperative bank acts as a link between RBI and Central Cooperative Bank. So these two banks are in direct touch with each other. Question number 4. The first wholly Indian bank was set up in Option A. 1794. Option B. 1894. Option C. 1896. Option D. 1902. The correct answer is Option B. 1894. 1894 is the required answer for the above question. The first wholly Indian bank was set up in 1894. As it relates to India, let's give some information about India. India is the southeastern country of the Asian continent. New Delhi is the capital of India. India is ranked 7th in the field-wise ranking. According to the population, India is ranked 2nd in the ranking. It is also a large variety of flora and fauna. Question number 5. States earn maximum revenue through Option A. Land revenue. Option B. Custom revenue. Option C. Commercial taxes. Option D. Excise duties on intoxicants. The correct answer is Option C. Commercial taxes. Commercial tax, currently referred to as Goods and Services Tax, GST, in India, is a tax that is levied on locally manufactured and imported goods and services, and contributes to the GDP of the country. However, there are certain exclusions under commercial tax. Question number 6. Our financial system has provided for the transfer of resources from the center to the states. The important means of resource transfer are Option A. Tax sharing. Option B. Grant in aids. Option C. Loans. Option D. All the above. The correct answer is Option D. All the above. Question number 7. Debenture holders of a company are its: Option A, shareholders. Option B, creditors. Option C, debtors. Option D, directors. The correct answer is Option B, creditors. Debenture holders are the subscribers to debentures. Debentures are part of loan. A shareholder or member is the joint owner of a company, but a debenture holder is only a creditor of the company. Shareholders are invited to attend the annual general meeting of the company. Question number 8. Excise duty is a tax levied on the: Option A, import of goods. Option B, export of goods. Option C, production of goods. Option D, sale of goods. The correct answer is Option C, production of goods. Excise duty is a tax on manufacture or production of goods. Excise duty on alcohol, alcoholic preparations, and narcotic substances is collected by the state government and is called state excise duty. The excise duty on rest of goods is called central excise duty and is collected in terms of Section 3 of the Central Excise Act, 1944. Sales tax is different from the excise duty, as former is a tax on the act of sale while the latter is a tax on the act of manufacture or production of goods. Question number 9. In pursuance with the recommendations of Narsimhan Committee, the RBI has framed new guidelines. Option A, to govern entry of new private sector banks to make the banking sector more competitive. Option B, to reduce the freedom given to banks to rationalize their existing branch network. Option C, to set up more foreign exchange banks. Option D, to lend more easily for industrial development. The correct answer is Option A, to govern entry of new private sector banks to make the banking sector more competitive. Question number 10. Which of the following is the first Indian private company to sign an accord with Government of Myanmar for oil exploration in 2 offshore blocks in that country? Option A, Reliance Energy. Option B, SR Oil. Option C, GAIL. Option D, ONGC. The correct answer is Option B, SR Oil. Question number 11. Revenue of the state governments are raised from the following sources, except: Option A, entertainment tax. Option B, expenditure tax. Option C, agricultural income tax. Option D, land revenue. The correct answer is Option C, agricultural income tax. Agricultural income tax treatment, taxability. Agricultural income is not taxable under Section 10(1) of the Income Tax Act, as it is not counted as a part of an individual's total income. However, the state government can levy tax on agricultural income if the amount exceeds 5,000 rupees per year. Question number 12. Deficit financing means that the government borrows money from the: Option A, RBI. Option B, local bodies. Option C, big businessmen. Option D, IMF. The correct answer is Option A, RBI. Deficit financing, practice in which a government spends more money than it receives as revenue, the difference being made up by borrowing or minting new funds. Question number 13. The condition of indirect taxes in the country's revenue is approximately: Option A, 70%. Option B, 75%. Option C, 80%. Option D, 86%. The correct answer is Option D. 86%. The condition of indirect taxes in the country's revenue is approximately 86%. Question number 14. Which of the following is not viewed as a national debt? Option A. Provident Fund. Option B. Life insurance policies. Option C. National Saving Certificate. Option D. Long-term government bonds. The correct answer is Option C. National Saving Certificate. Question number 15. Non-tax revenues can be increased by improving the working of the Option A. State road transport corporations. Option B. Electricity boards. Option C. Commercial irrigation projects. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is Option C. Commercial irrigation projects. Question number 16. Since the inception of the cooperative movement, rural credits has been Option A. Institutionalized. Option B. Rationalized. Option C. Cheapened. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is Option D. All of the above. The history of cooperative movement in India is almost a century old. The first Cooperative Credit Societies Act, 1904, marked the beginning of cooperative movement in India. Initially, the primary objective of cooperation was to safeguard the interests of the poor farmers from private money lenders. Question number 17. If an economy is equilibrium at the point where plans to save and to invest are equal, then government expenditure must be Option A. 0. Option B. Equal to government income. Option C. Larger than government income. Option D. Negative. The correct answer is Option B. Equal to government income. Question number 18. The cooperative credit societies have a Option A. 2-tier structure. Option B. 3-tier structure. Option C. 4-tier structure. Option D. 5-tier structure. The correct answer is Option B. 3-tier structure. Question number 19. Regional rural banks have limited area of operation, have free access to liberal refinance facilities from NABARD, are required to lend only to weaker sections. Option A. 3. Option B. 2, 3. Option C. 1, 2, 3. Option D. 1, 2. The correct answer is Option D. 1, 2. Regional Rural Bank. Regional Rural Banks, RRBs, also known as Grameen Banks, are Indian scheduled banks, government banks, operating at regional level in different states of India. They have been created with a view of serving primarily the rural areas of India with basic banking and financial services. Question number 20. The Board of Industrial and Financial Reconstruction, BIFR, came into existence in Option A. 1984. Option B. 1986. Option C. 1987. Option D. 1989. The correct answer is Option C. 1987. The Board for Industrial and Financial Reconstruction, BIFR, was an agency of the Government of India, part of the Department of Financial Services of the Ministry of Finance. Set up in January 1987 by the Rajiv Gandhi government, its objective was to determine sickness of industrial companies and to assist in reviving those that may be viable and shutting down the others. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now, link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.